hadn't been in the house very long, but all I had seen was Jency continuously fighting with the kids. So I really wanted to pull her aside and find out how she really deals with this all.
What's going on? What's going on in your head?
It's just so hard on me. And they just make it harder and harder every day. Every day. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I can't wait to get to work.
Jency told me that she'd rather be at work than at home with her own kids. I can clearly see that she's at the end of her rope.
I don't like their hatred and their anger towards me when all I do is work, 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 you know, and give them everything they want.
So what about you then?
What about me?
So I see my point. So what about you?
I don't have time to think of myself. It's hard, but I do it for them. Being a single mom is the hardest thing I've ever done in my whole life. I don't want to be somebody that is always upset or sad.
So you've got no life and you work in 2 jobs and no one's happy?
Yeah, pretty much.
Every day before Jency goes to work, she drops all of her kids off to her grandparents' house, who are in their 70s, and then she picks them up afterwards once she's finished work. So I really wanted to meet them because I wanted to find out about their role in Jency's life.
There's Supernanny.
Hello, sir. Pleased to meet you.
Hi, nice to see you.
Hi, Joe.
How you doing?
Very well, thank you. Very well.
The first time I saw Jo, I was thrilled to death to see her because I felt like that we're finally going to get some relief.
Pleased to meet you. How are you?
Hi.
Joe, good.
After such a lovely warm welcome from Hal and Carolyn, I got a real good chance to see exactly how those kids behave. It's like night and day from their own home.
Would you go in there and shut the front door, please? Go run.
Things are very calm here at Grandma and Grandpop's, and there is a contrast here with regards to respect. And there isn't any conflict or confrontation. It's just very easygoing and relaxed here, which is very different to back at home.
Here he comes. Safe. Are you a good boy?
These kids have a great level of respect for Jency's grandparents, yet they don't have it for their own mother. So I wanted to ask Hal and Carolyn why they thought that was.
Do you think Jency's too soft with the kids?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't discipline them like she should. The kids act a lot better at our house, we think, than when they're with their mother at her house. But Joe, what worries us is our age, you know.
Like, for example, if we weren't here,
Yeah.
I don't know how she would make it.
God forbid anything happened to
Right.
the pair of you two, right?
Yes. It gets a little tough on us being as old as we are, and we can't take a lot of stuff that we used to take when we were younger.
We feel like it's our responsibility.
All right. Okay, well, that's given me a more understanding of where you guys are in the picture of all of this. And you're definitely in the middle. You're definitely in the middle.
Yes.
You know, Jency, you're an incredibly lucky woman to have the support of your grandparents. But where is the mum? Where is the authoritative figure here? Because I don't see her. Let's talk about Hagen's temper. How have you for so long tolerated that behaviour from your 5-year-old son?
I just do.
That's got to stop. Kelsey and her attitude towards you. You tell her to do something, she's like, I ain't doing that. I don't want to.
It's Kelsey. I know.
And as for Bradley, he does what he wants as well. But that's because none of your children have any respect for you, because they see you lacking respect for yourself. Because let me tell you something, Jency, if you had respect for yourself, trust me, you wouldn't allow anybody to treat you the way your kids treat you. Let me tell you what I have seen from your children. I've seen them attentive, loving, considerate. But you know where I saw that all? At your grandparents' house. I want to discuss your grandparents' involvement in this, because as family, they have been there for you and given you that support.
Definitely.
But what it's done, it's created a cycle that's become destructive, really, with regards to the dependency.
We thought we could help out by taking care of the kids and whatever we had to do. We still want to do that, but in a different way, to where she can become self-sufficient, do what she's supposed to do, and do it good enough to help the kids and to help us.
Jinsey, what happens when they're no longer here anymore?
We worry about that, don't we, hon?
Yeah. I don't know. They're my life. I don't have a backup.
What about you? What about you standing on your own 2 feet? You don't want to step up and do that.
Yes, I do want to step up and do that. I just don't know how to. That's why I need you here to help me.
You've relied on making everybody make the decisions for you instead of you doing them. You are the mother. And being that mother means that you need to start making decisions, being responsible for those decisions and accountable for whatever that impact is afterwards. Jinsey has completely been on her own for a few days, raising her children without my help or her grandparents. So yes, I'm curious to see how she's got on. How have you two been?
We have been great.
Right. It was nice, Joe.
Yeah. And how did you get on?
Great.
So are you ready to take a look at the footage that I have?
Yeah.
The first clip we are going to see is you praising.
Looking good, sister.
Cool. Very good. You're doing a great job. Good job.
And we're having like a puzzle collection.
Cool. Y'all did really good. I'm proud of y'all. What are you doing?
Clean out my closet.
I'm proud of you.
This is very encouraging to see because it is something new that you are doing, and it's allowing the children to really just embrace that and feel very confident about that and know that they actually are getting your approval for what they're doing because you're verbally giving them lots of praise.
Are y'all fighting?
No, we're just playing around.
Well, this is your warning for fighting.
Mom!
You're on the spot. You need to leave them alone. You are on the spot for fighting. Don't hit Mommy.
Then Mommy, get up!
You're gonna be here for a very long time. You do not fight me. Down.
So your first step of reinforcing discipline, you adopted the voice and you went in firm, but how was Hagen meant to take you seriously when there was no eye contact and you weren't even on his level?
Well, apparently he didn't take me seriously.
Exactly. So once he was in his spot, he hit you and you walked away, but you couldn't ignore him. You had to get the last bit in. And you said to him, "You will not hit me." What are you meant to do when the child's on the spot?
Leave him alone. Ignore him.
You got it.
Kelsey!
Mama!
It's 15 minutes.
Mom! Mom, help!
Kelsey, I've got it.
My baby, look there. He did that. Sit down.
So now we've got Kelsey screaming out, "Mum, do something." And we've got Bradley taking over. So he drags Hagen by the ears, it looked like there, back to on the spot. Now your kids are involved in discipline because they're losing the faith in what you're meant to be delivering. They need to recognise that they can trust you. And the way they're going to trust you is for you to have the strength to deliver consequence and feel okay about that. And that stems from you believing in yourself, which means that we need to concentrate today on building that self-esteem.
Okay.
So that when I leave, I know you're hearing my voice and you're believing in yourself and you're walking forward. So are we ready to do some more work?
Yes.
Good, okay, brilliant.